Wednesday, March 28th, 2018. We'll start off with the Mirror. How to protect your pension. Give it the government, they'll look after it for you. You know you're in safe hands with them. Collins' Great British Takeoff. Sir Slippery. He pocketed 580 million from BHS over 15 years. He sold it for £1 with 571 million pension hole. Can anyone see how we can sort that pension hole out and make him poor at the same time? He lives in luxury as his ex-workers face ruin. But Philip Green still keeps his knighthood, so he's a sir, so therefore what do you expect? He's probably in their crowd, so he's probably one of them dirty child doers. Daily Fail. Is 43,000 a year the key to happiness? I don't know, why don't you ask the Queen if we limit her to £43,000 a year, see if she's happy. Army captain who used to be a man marries actor who used to be a woman. Utterly disgraceful. They've got mental illness. Revealed. Oh yeah, by who? Corbyn deluged by 74 claims of hatred. Anti-Semitic Labour, the stench grows. Jeremy Corbyn failure to deal with anti-Semitism in the party was laid bare last night. Oh, piss off. The Times. Women in their 40s now only group with rising pregnancy rate. Dirty secrets. Rubber ducks are so filthy they can kill. So don't have a rubber duck in your bath, I guess that's saying, which is a load of crap. Pay more at the till for drinks, cans and bottles. Deposit plan vital to save wildlife, warns Gove. Another tax. I said this was coming when they were kept going on about it. But let's just think for a minute. We put our bottles and cans and whatnot in the recycle bin. And then the councils come and take them recycle bins, put them in the back of the lorry, then they sell it to East Lindsey District Council, who then dump it in the sea. Can we see where the problem is yet? Yep, you got it. Councils. On a picture of the most evil, parasitical scum on the planet. Speaking of the scum, hold on, who's this TV queen? PM, 10-year cash gift to NHS for 70th. She looks nothing like 70. I'd have said she was more like 90, unless of course they mean the NHS's 70th. Distraction. As Kid Army plotters jailed, terrorist gets 2 council flats. Jihadi given 1 for him, 1 for wife. Oh, piss off. They should be telling me also that they're getting £5,000 a week to live off because they need it. It's just unbelievable in these rags. Gina Miller. If Brexit was a court case, we would have a retrial. Oh, I guess she must be a Remainer then, pushing the let's have another referendum because you dummies voted wrong the first time. Or we fixed it so it was so close we can play this one out for years to come, and they'll be arguing amongst each other because that's how divide and conquer works, and it's working pretty well. Bottle and can deposit scheme gets green light. In other words, we're going to rob you even more. We can't think of any other taxes, so we're going to just invent some more ones like we did with bedroom tax and window tax and carbon tax, and you know the list of fake taxes just goes on and on. But you know, carry on paying because that's what you do, innit? The Cambridge Analytica files. The EU referendum could have had a different outcome had there not been cheating by the Remainers. Call for urgent overhaul of terror response rules. Fire services apologises for 2-hour delay in tackling Manchester Arena attack. Unfortunately, they weren't allowed anywhere near the scene because they would have seen it was a false flag attack and may have exposed it. So we kept them out so they couldn't see all the bullshit that was going on. Tampering Rouse, Smith, Bancroft and Warner are sent home. Of course, everything carries on as normal. They just get sent home. Express. 95p. Oh, it used to be 10p. Sure. She abandoned her child, a sacrifice or betrayal. Well, either way, it's wrong, isn't it? Could this pill save you from Alzheimer's? No, it will kill you. Guilt of Manchester terror fireman. Shouldn't that be fire person or fire gender neutral bullshit? Forgive us, young children were dying, a paramedic was begging with us, pleading with us to help, but officers wouldn't let us go in because they were covering it up and preparing the scene. Telegraph. Zuckerberg snubs call to face MP's questions. Of course he will. Why should he? You know, he's a private billionaire, member of the Illuminati. They don't answer to MPs. Disbelief as Australia coach clings to job after cheating. So now we're going to rip you off some more. Pay 22p charge for a plastic bottle. Deposit scheme announced to help stop rubbish seeping into oceans. But the real reason is because we want to rob you some more and we don't think we've done a good enough job just yet. Queen of the Waves, if only she was waving goodbye. Or so long, or farewell, or go away. Catalan rebel submits to Scottish police. Britain fights back in the information war. I'm going to read you a little bit of this. Britain will launch counter-propaganda war against the Russians. Oh, this just propaganda just gets worse and worse. It's hilarious. If they weren't trying to lie us and make us think something else, of course. Rise of the over 40 mothers. Yeah, well, that's the way the system works. Keep them at work longer so they have kids later, so there's more chance of them having problems with them. Metro. Oz cheats sent home. 3 players put on flight, but coach keeps job. Because he didn't know what they were doing. You believe that and you believe anything. But then again, it's just cricket, for God's sake. Does anyone even watch it? That stays awake for the whole match? I hasten to add there. Britain was too kind to evil men. Convicted murderers ganged up to torture and kill young mum after being freed early from jail. Independent. Robert Fisk meets Ghouta survivors. In Douma, residents tell their stories of loss, pain and anger as they depart the devastated Syrian city. Sticking to rules delayed help for terror victims. Manchester firefighters were kept away for hours after bombing because we didn't want them to see that it was all a false flag, and we were positioning everything perfectly for the false flag that we then allowed them to come in and see once it was all ready for them. Just like the Novacek false flag. The false flags are getting desperater and desperater. At least you guys are seeing through it. FT. Government in late move over hostile Melrose offer for GKN. Minister seeks veto on defence assets. Commitment to UK spending sought. Well, how about us making our own passports then? Or that's not important, is it? Undercover. North Korea's Kim makes secret trip to Japanese capital. That undercover that it's in the papers. You couldn't make this shit up.